Hello everybody, welcome to another Megazord review. I'm going to be doing my review on the Power Rangers Thundersaurus Megazord. And this is going to be put in two parts. Part 1 is going to be about the Thundersaurus Megazord. And Part 2 is going to be about the Stegosaurus Megazord. And then Part 3 will be where I combine all of them together. Now, this is probably my favorite Megazord that I own today. My favorite because I love Dino Thunder. Because I just love Dino Thunder. Dino Thunder I liked just as much as I did Mighty Morphin, and before I found out that Power Rangers was all Sentai Japanese stuff, I thought they were actually remaking a lot of this. So I thought SPD was a remake of Time Force. I thought Dino Thunder was a reboot of Mighty Morphin, but I was wrong. I didn't know about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over each Zord and then, you know, talk about it and then put them together. So, first let's start off with the Tricerazord. Now, in Dino Thunder, instead of them calling it the Triceratops, they called it, you know, Tricerazord. They didn't call it like how they did in the original, like Mastodon, Tyrannosaurus, Triceratops, Pterodactyl. Instead, they called it Tricera, Tyranna, or Terra. Why they did that, I have no idea why. Now, I unfortunately do not own the Triassic Megazord and all that stuff. That is like the only Megazord of Dino Thunder I do not own. But with the Tricerazord, you know, you can do that. You can open his mouth, and you can. Actually, that's something I'll save for a little bit later, but I like this guy. He really is good. You know, it's a little bit better than the Triceratops, but that's because I guess this is a different version of the Triceratops done. This is the Tricerazord, not the Triceratops Megazord, so that might be why I like it a little bit better. But moving on to the next one. We have the Pterodactyl, or otherwise known as the Terrazord. Now, this one doesn't really do much. She does not have like the cannons for feet and stuff, but you know, you can like move her head and you can move these things a little bit and you can do awesome stuff like that. Woo! And last but not least, we're going to talk about probably one of my favorite Zords out of the series, the Tyrannosaurus, or Tyrannozord. Now, he has much more mobility than the Tyrannosaurus from Mighty Morphin, but that's because it was the first one. But like, you can open his mouth and stuff like that. And now, one thing I do hate that I cannot show you all is his tail spinning move, because I left the batteries in there too long, and well, apparently if you leave batteries in something too long for a certain amount of time, the batteries melt or acid or whatever. But he's a pretty big guy, but he's not too big. But yeah, I like him. So let's do the Megazord sequence. Sorry, I'm having a mess with my camera for some reason. I just think that this isn't close enough. Okay. So now what you're gonna do with the Tyrannosaurus, I'm gonna move this, that way I can see what I'm doing. And what I'm gonna do, what you do, is you take the Tyrannosaurus, his little arms right here, you fold those in, fold his legs, like so. I'm relocating my camera. Back up a lot. Okay. I apologize for this, guys. I wasn't really comfortable with how I was using my camera. And that's still not high enough. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'm improvising. This is a little embarrassing, and I haven't even gotten to the formation yet. I hate minorities. There we go. If I just... Okay. So, what you do is you... That's better. And let me just flip this, and now we can actually get to the sequence itself. As soon as I get situated. Once again, apologies. If I knew how to edit this crap, this wouldn't be a problem. Okay, so you take the Tyrannosaurus, and you do what you've done. Fold him up. You put his arms in there. Now, what you want to do is you take these things on the side, and you put it down like that. Take the other one, and put it like that. And now what you do is you turn his body. I think it's this way. Yeah, it's this way. Turn his body, and we already have an arm. Now, you'll take the head, and you'll put it in front, and I screwed this up because I can't see what I'm doing. Dang you! Okay. There. I've done it right. Okay. So now what you want to do is you open up this part. You bring the head... You can open the mouth, and you pull the head back. There's one part of it, see? The head. Now, what you do is you take the Tricerazord, and like so, like this, and you'll put him there. Now, what you want to do, pterodactyl, fold her head down like this. You take the butt, I guess, and you fold in her wings behind this, like so. Now, what you can do is there's two little tabs right here. There's one right here and there's one right here. So what you want to do is you want to take the two tabs on the Pterodactyl Zord and you put them right here. And then there's two hinges on each side that there's two holes that these two hinges will go into. You put it right there, and then we have that. And then what you want to do is you take the helmet, twist the legs back, boom, Dino Thunder helmet. And here we have the Thundersaurus Dino Megazord. And like I said, I hate that I cannot show what this can do because, batteries won't work. So, but like, yeah, there was like a button like where you could spin the tail that way, that way. Now, there is something awesome about this that you can do. What you do is you can take the tail and we have a fist. Of course, I don't know why they didn't do this in the show, but, they couldn't have the dino drill. And you'll take the bottom part of the tail off of the Tricerazord, and you'll have this. And then you can take these two and you can make a shield, or a sword, and then you can take the head of the Tricerazord, you can pop it off, and here comes a fist. And now you can do a whole sword and shield thing. Now, I don't have the clip that came with the Tricerazord anymore. I lost it. So you put the shield in the dino drill hand, and you put the sword here in this hand. Now, I hate that they didn't do this in the show. I hate that they didn't do this in the show. I really wish that they did because I thought it was so cool. But, unfortunately, it didn't. So, I really like this guy. He's really mobile. This is the American version, by the way. I don't actually have any of the Sentai versions, but he's a pretty good toy. He's a pretty good Zord. You know, besides the fact that I lost that one piece, this actually kind of takes me back to the original, where the Mastodon's head would be the shield, and they had a power sword. Now, you know, once again, this is probably this is either one of my favorite Megazords, or it is my favorite Megazord from the Dino Thunder series. So, guys, tell me what you think about this. Is this one of your favorite Megazords? Do you like this Megazord? Or do you prefer the Zord that we're getting ready to do? Guys, stay tuned.